No contact is super important, but once it's over, you need to reconnect with your ex. And this is where a lot of people stumble because they simply don't know what to say to their ex, and they don't know how to treat them. Maybe they dive in too fast and scare their ex away, or they try to be, too aloof and their ex thinks they're not interested, or worse yet, they bore their ex with dull messages. So the best way to get your ex interested again without coming on too strong is to focus on asking questions and rebuilding that connection between the two of you. And there's actually one question that will catch your ex's attention, really like no other. Now, before we get into that, I'm Brad Browning, author of The X Factor 2.0 and a breakup coach here on YouTube for over 15 years now. I've helped tens of thousands of people win back their exes from seemingly really unwinnable situations. And they often come to me with questions like this. How do I get my ex's attention? Or what should I say to my ex? And that's actually where this one question comes from. So what is this question that you need to ask your ex in order to win their attention and make their mind run wild? Well, it's what's next for you? Now, it might not seem like much. In fact, if you told me this 10 or 15 years ago, I'd probably have called you crazy. I'd have said it's not a bad question, but it's more just idle conversation. It's not going to do much to change your ex's opinion of you one way or another. In fact, it sounds a little like something that you'd see like a reporter asking a celebrity on the red carpet, rather than something you'd ask an ex that you were hoping to win back. But when my coaching clients talk, I listen. And after finding success with thousands of clients, I've really started to notice patterns. And this question is actually one of the things that I've noticed that comes up again and again. And people who've used it, at least in the right circumstances, found that it invariably jump-started their ex's interest in them. The question is, why? So here's why this is the ideal question for you to ask your ex. So number one, it shows a lack of attachment. Now, if you've watched any of my past videos, you know that you really shouldn't show too much interest in your ex post-breakup. But while being overly nosy and controlling is definitely going to hurt your chances, of course you do need to show some interest or you won't connect with your ex at all. And this question is right there in that sweet spot, showing some interest, but not obsession. But there is more to it. This question works because it demonstrates to your ex that you're not overly attached or obsessed with them, especially if you have been in the past. Because one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they're reconnecting with their ex is the assumptions they make about the future. Now, they may not say it, but they live in a mental world where the only possible future is one where they and their ex are back together. And I totally get, why people fall into this trap. They're trying to visualize the goal they want. It makes sense. But the reason that this is a problem is that it affects how they treat their ex. They can easily start acting like getting back together with their ex is a foregone conclusion. And this makes their ex feel very penned in. It seems like you're not taking the breakup seriously and you're only talking to them to make them fall in love with you again. And this puts a lot of pressure on your ex to accept you back, and it really just kills any sexual tension. You're no longer feeling things out together. You're sitting outside their door like a sad puppy, wanting to be let back in. So if you have this mindset and your ex asks you the same question, you probably won't have an answer. Because your honest answer would be, well, what's next for me is that we get back together and live happily ever after. See the problem there? So when you ask this question, you're showing your ex that you're not making any assumptions about what spending time with them means. It shows them that you recognize their agency and that they have a right to decide what happens next for them. Okay, and the second thing is that people love talking about themselves. Honestly, people would much rather tell you what they're up to than hear what you have to say. Maybe, we just like to hear the sound of our own voices, or maybe people just like being the center of attention. But asking someone an open-ended question like this is just giving them an excuse to brag about their own plans. And so this question it's going to give your ex a dopamine spike like really nothing else. And that's one of the real secrets to reattracting your ex. You need to have them associate your presence with pleasure and happiness. You want them to associate you with positivity rather than the pain of the breakup. And there's another hidden factor here, and that is when you initiate contact with your ex, they're going to worry that it's opening a can of worms. Maybe you'll beg for another chance, maybe you'll bring up some drama and start a huge fight. Really, they don't know what your motives are, and that scares them. But another big part of them really wants to talk to you anyway because they miss your company and your conversation. They want to be closer to you, but they need it to be safe. And questions like this really dissolve the tension that they're feeling, and give them a chance to let down their guard and forget about the breakup for a second. And because you're talking about the future, they're less worried about it devolving into more breakup drama. And number 3, it makes them think about the future. When people end a relationship, they often do it because they don't think there's a future with the other person. But just as often, they do it only to relieve the discomfort that they're experiencing in the relationship. They're looking for immediate relief. And when that relief fades, they're often left feeling empty, sad, and alone. The future that they were hoping for didn't magically materialize after the breakup, and now they're left wondering what to do with themselves. So by asking this question, you're highlighting these feelings and making them wonder if they made the right choice by breaking up. You're pulling at their heartstrings, and you're doing it all with one innocuous question, so they never suspect that you really have any motive beyond catching up. And 4th, it makes them worry about losing you. Because this question sparks conversation, they're inevitably going to throw the question back at you. And that's when you need to hit them with a few highlights of your upcoming month or year. And if you have sufficiently interesting plans, it's going to help you connect to your ex more deeply, because it's going to give your ex some real FOMO. They'll see that all these plans you have that don't involve them, and they'll start to feel left out. And for many exes, this is when it really hits that you're moving on with your life and you won't be around for them if they don't act quickly. And when you emphasize the distance between you and your ex, it creates fear in them at a deep level. And they try to quell this fear simply by closing the gap. And number 5 is it seems to carry a hidden message. Now, I often say that flirting is about plausible deniability. You want the other person to ask themselves, are they hitting on me or just being friendly? And it's that ambiguity that's exciting and attractive, that tension. And this question works in a similar way, because when you ask this question, it makes your ex wonder why you're asking this question. Is it because you're interested in a future together? Is it because you hope that you're going to get back together? Or are you genuinely just wondering? And if you can make your ex start wondering about your intentions, you're going to catch their interest and you're going to get them interested. Now, this should not be the first message that you send to your ex, or even the first question that you ask them. Remember that you don't want to come across as nosy or controlling, and until your ex is effectively warmed up, that's probably how it's going to come across. So take some time to reconnect a bit with your ex via text and build the rapport that you used to have. Make them laugh, show them that you're not here to cause trouble or to put pressure on them. Now, ideally, this could be something that you ask your ex when the two of you meet in person. It's obviously not always possible, but it is ideal because that way you avoid any, possible misunderstandings that do come with texting. But if you're not able to get your ex to meet in person, then you do need to rethink your strategy. So I recommend that you check out my full free tutorial video at breakupbrad.com. That video is full of my best advice from 15 years of breakup coaching. Some of the things I can't put here on YouTube. So watch it now to figure out your next move. Now, there are a few scenarios where you need to avoid asking this question because it's going to create problems between you and your ex. If you're aware that they have some massive life change coming up and it's something that caused conflict between the two of you in the past, or even maybe led to the breakup, then of course you don't want to bring up the future. In situations like this, you're better off just ignoring the subject for now and living in the present. It's not worth creating more drama and driving a further wedge into the relationship. And if you've asked this question before, don't bring it up again for a while. You don't want them to think that you're not listening when they speak. And also, if you know that your ex is dating somebody new and you think that hearing about their new partner is just going to upset you and make you act awkward, then of course don't give them an excuse to talk about, that weekend trip they're taking to the same resort you used to go to every year. Other than that, this question is pretty effective because it's so open-ended. It lets you get a little glimpse into your ex's life, makes them feel like you're genuinely interested, and it starts pushing them back in your direction bit by bit. All right, and that just about does it for today's video. Thank you for watching. And while you're here, please like this video and subscribe if you feel so inclined. And then watch some of the other related videos that I'll put in the description down below to learn more. And of course, feel free to sign up for my very affordable one-on-one coaching at breakupbrad.com/coaching if you need some personalized, in-depth help with your specific situation. Thanks again. Good luck. Bye for now.